She's so fine. Helluva blows my mind. Helluva lights my day.
What's good, guys? Today is Saturday, April the 24th, 2021. This story is coming out of Spotsylvania County, Virginia. It's coming out of the Freelance Star out of Fredericksburg. This article came out roughly 4 hours ago, which would have been around midnight. Spotsylvania County Sheriff's Office releases 911 call footage from shooting. And I do have both of those in this video. A 911 call released Friday by authorities indicates a Spotsylvania deputy who shot a 32-year-old county resident multiple times early Wednesday may have mistaken a phone for a gun. Isaiah L. Brown was shot in the 12,200 block of Catharpin Road shortly after calling 911 about 3:18 a.m. He told a dispatcher that he called because his brother wouldn't let him into his mother's room. Brown was apparently concerned about getting his car, which had already been towed after breaking down earlier that night. Brown's family members said Brown had received a ride home with the same deputy who later shot him. After being told that his stated reason for calling 911 was not a good one, Brown told the dispatcher that someone better come quick because, quote, "I'm about to kill my brother," end quote. He initially responded, quote, "Yup," when the dispatcher asked him if he had a gun, but said on at least 2 other occasions that he did not. Brown was still on the phone with the dispatcher as sirens were heard approaching. A deputy moments later could be heard shouting for Brown to hold up his hands and, quote, drop the gun, end quote, after telling someone that Brown had the gun up to his own head. The deputy was then heard yelling, quote, "Stop walking towards me," end quote. Next on the recording were what sounded like 7 shots being fired in rapid succession. The deputy, who said on the recording that he'd fire 5 shots, is then heard several times asking, quote, "Where is the gun?" end quote, before the recording stopped. It turned out there was no gun. After shooting Brown, the deputy immediately rendered first aid until Brown was taken to Mary Washington Hospital, where he was still being treated Friday for wounds to his abdomen and side. A body cam video that accompanied the released 911 call added little to clarify the 911 call. Brown doesn't show up in the blurry video until he was already on the ground after being shot. Speaking to a crowd of about 75 people who showed up in the courthouse area Friday afternoon, Sheriff Roger Harris on Friday credited the deputy, who had been placed on administrative leave, with saving Brown's life. Harris told the Black Lives Matter contingent that he supports their efforts and strives for accountability and transparency. Harris's appearance ended abruptly when Jaquita Williams challenged the sheriff about the March 8, 2018 death of his son, 16-year-old Jamil Harvey. Jamil was shot 4 times by a county deputy in a Salem Fields townhouse. Police ruled the shooting justified, something Harvey's family disputes. The sheriff responded to Williams' challenge by walking back in the sheriff's office and shutting the door. The protesters repeated familiar chants while making the short march from the county administration building to the sheriff's office. Before making the march, they clashed verbally with counter-protesters and expressed their outrage about another black man being shot by a police officer in the United States. Quote, "We want answers for a young man fighting for his life right now," said Anthony Foote, one of the protest organizers. "Anthony needs to survive. It's hard to know a story when there's only one side," end quote. The 2 or 3 counter-protesters were led by Nick Ignacio, a candidate for the Board of Supervisors in Spotsylvania. Ignacio and another man who repeatedly shouted at the protesters and expressed support for law enforcement. They also tried to drown out the protest chants by blaring some such music as the theme from the television show Cops. The Virginia State Police is heading the investigation into Brown's shooting. Fredericksburg Commonwealth's attorney, LaBravia Jenkins, has been appointed as special prosecutor and will decide what, if any, action will be taken against the unnamed deputy. David Haynes, an attorney for Brown who works for the Catharpin firm in Washington, released a statement in which he said video and audio released by police yesterday shows that Brown's shooting was, quote, completely avoidable, end quote. He said the deputy was 50 feet from Brown when he shot him and was never threatened. Quote, the officer mistook a cordless house phone for a gun, Haynes said. There is no indication that Isaiah did anything other than comply with dispatch's orders and raised his hands with the phone in his hand as instructed, end quote. Haynes said the family is requesting more audio and said there was, quote, obviously a failure of communication between dispatch and the officer, which led to this tragic event, end quote. I'm going to go ahead and play the video now.
On April the 21st of this year at approximately 3:19 a.m., deputies responded to a report of a domestic disturbance in the western part of the county. During the encounter with an adult male, the deputy discharged his firearm. Mr. Brown was struck by the gunfire. The deputy immediately rendered life-saving first aid. At my request, the Virginia State Police Bureau of Criminal Investigations was contacted to ensure an impartial and transparent investigation. In accordance with agency policy, the deputy has been placed on administrative leave pending investigation. At the recommendation of the Commonwealth Attorney, a special prosecutor in this case was appointed. Special prosecutor has advised the body cam footage and the 911 audio are being made available to the public.
Scene 911, what is the address of your emergency?
1029 Catharpin Road, Spotsylvania, Virginia. You calling the police here again?
Isaiah, what's going on?
My brother won't let me get in my mom's room.
Okay, and why is that an emergency?
What you gotta do? What is it?
Why is that an emergency?
Because I can't get to my car.
Your car was towed.
So it's in the backyard.
Your car is in the backyard?
We about to go see.
Okay, but your car is broken down, so why do you need your keys?
Alright. Come on, Tasman.
Nigga, I'm fucking,
Alright, give me the gun.
No, nigga. You about to make me fucking get mad, bro, for real. I'm not playing, bro. What the fuck you need my gun for?
Can you send somebody down here?
What is going on, Isaiah? Why don't you just... What is the problem?
I'm about to kill my brother.
Don't kill your brother.
Ooh, get out.
Alright.
Get out.
Why would you say something like that?
Come on, Taz. Somebody needs to come here real quick.
Okay, but do you understand that you just threatened to kill your brother on a recorded line on 911?
Mm-hmm.
So why would you say something like that?
Because I need to get to my shit.
That's not a reason to kill somebody. Why would you do that?
Alright. Come on, I'm out
Do you have a gun?
No.
You have a gun on you?
Nope.
Where's your brother?
In the house.
And you're outside? Do you have any weapons on you?
Nope.
Where are you at outside?
I'm walking down the road.
How are you walking down the road with the house phone?
Because I can.
Alright, you need to hold your hands up. Hold your hands up.
hasn't been. One gunshot to the left side. Two gunshots to the side. I got you, man. I'm here for you, okay? Alright, copy. Spotsylvania G, please hold me on my call. Go ahead and send a page out on that one as well. What's this happening? What's going on, sir? That's okay. What's happening here, sir? Seriously? What's going on, sir? Hey, man, you got it? Copy. What's going on? Go to my car, got your medical check. Get my car in the back seat, got your medical check. Okay. You travel? Hey, man, stay with me. What's going on? Hey, you frozen? Come on, stay with me, man. Stay with me, man. I can't see you. In the trunk. In the trunk. In the trunk? Yes. That's my brother, man. The police is across the road, man. Hey. Hey, stay with me. Stay with me. Hey, where's it at? On the right side. In the box here. The big box. No. Hey, let me out the house. Go ahead. Is there a house phone right there? Yeah, if you're hurt and having a medic put me in. Is there a house phone right there? I'm 4 suspect down. He still got a pulse. Slight pulse. He's still breathing. Is there a house phone right there, sir? What? It's my house phone. You got my house phone. It's right here. Hey, what's this cross street something? Big box. Where's it at in here? It's on the right side. Hey, talk to me. Come on, man. Stay with me. Call 911, sir. It's in this bag here. It's in this clear box. Hey, talk to me, man. Talk to me. What square box is this one right here? No. There's one under the passenger seat, too. Underneath the passenger seat. He has one gunshot wound in the jaw, one to left side neck, looks like grazing wound, one to his right groin. He's up there. One gunshot, one to the jaw, one to left neck, possible breathing arrest, one to right groin. In this red bag? Yeah, bring it here now. Open up. Hey, talk to me. 19, keep bringing her in. There you go. We'll do it, buddy. I'm careful. Hey, try to face up. Black box and yellow stuff on the side. You still in, man? Talk to me. Talk to me. Climb on the back. Back in. It's in the back side. To be the right. On top of the shelf. Okay, man, stay with me. I'm here. I'm going to help you, okay? Hey, what's in your bag? What is in there now? It's a black clear box with yellow stuff on the side. What's next to that red bag? Hey, can you talk to me? I'm here for you, man. The hospital's coming, okay? Where's your pain at? Negative, what's that for? And the coming. Hey, where's the gun at? Once you get on scene, you guys go ahead. Where's the gun?
On scene, someone's walking on the roadway. Show me your hands! Show me your hands! One at gunpoint. Show me your hands now! Show me your hands! Drop the gun! He's got a gun to his head. Drop the gun now! Stop walking towards me! Stop walking towards me! Stop! Stop! Shots fired, shots fired, one down. Show me your hands! Show me your hands! Drop the gun! Drop the gun! Let go of the gun! 592, about 5 shots fired. Suspect's laying down on the roadway. Show me your hands now! Show me your hands now!
202, 592. Are you 10-4 first service? If he shoots himself or you discharge?
I'm 10-4. Several gunshots to the abdomen. Performing life-saving measures.
So there you have it. It was more a 911 call. The body cam footage is really completely useless. You can't see anything on it until after the fact. So it's more than 911 call. And I'm going to end the video on that note. Thanks for watching, guys.